So I was with a friend today and we were talking about chocolate, and she dropped this remark how we all love chocolate, or we've all got stories about chocolate. And I really love that notion. It's like, yeah, we all have stories about chocolate. And the moment she said it, my story about chocolate came to mind. I was probably about 4 or 5 at the time, and around that time, war broke out in the country where I was born, and we were lucky enough to get out really early on. But what happened is, with war, as with all things, even in the neighbouring countries, food was rationed. Inflation was like skyrocketing. I remember my father was working, and the money he'd receive, if he'd ever received money, it was almost worth nothing if it stayed around the house for a week. So it's like you'd go out, get your bread and your necessities, and it would be worth almost nothing. So you can imagine chocolate was like an extreme luxury. And at the age of 4, kids don't understand luxury. I just really wanted chocolate, and I couldn't have chocolate. And then I remember my parents telling me my favourite auntie was coming to visit, and to give you an idea, when she came to Australia, when my mum told me years later that my auntie Lana was moving to Australia, I remember running around the house absolutely crazy, yelling and screaming yes, Statka's coming to Australia. I was the happiest thing in the world, and Mum was like, Miroslav, calm down. They couldn't control me. But anyway, back to the story. She was coming to visit us, and I found this out later, but chocolate was super, if you could get it, it was super, what's the word, expensive. And when she came over, I got really excited. I ran around the house. It was really cool to see her. And then, how as a kid, you generally know when someone has a present or a surprise for you, even if they haven't told you. Well, I knew she had something for me when she came to visit. And she sat down and she was like, Miroslav, come here. And I came over. It's you don't let them know that, they've got a present for you. Don't give it away. You just play it cool, and sooner or later, because they've come to visit you, they're going to open up their bag and they're going to give you the thing that they brought you. I didn't quite know what it was. But at one point, she brought me over and she sat me down and she's like, I've got something for you. I was like, cool. Still playing it cool. And she gave me this chocolate. And as she gave me this chocolate, my cheeks just dropped. My eyeball sunk in disbelief. It was white. Chocolate wasn't white. And what's worse is they all tried to convince me that it was still chocolate. And I wasn't having any of it. I started screaming and yelling and running around the room and completely ignoring them. It's that moment when what you really wanted was a train set for Christmas, and your parents give you a maths equation ball thing that you put through a maze. I don't want that. I want a train set. I did not want white chocolate. I did not even believe it was chocolate. I felt like I got rigged, and they set me up and they were all there just to have a laugh on me. And my poor auntie had been saving up for this for God knows how long, collecting her dinars and sacrificing to surprise me with this chocolate. And there I was, I was going to say disgraceful. I wasn't disgraceful. I was completely authentic in my expression of my emotions at the time, but maybe unappreciative. So if you're going to buy me presents, just keep it as raw chocolate. So one thing I really appreciated in connecting with Andrea today and getting to know her chocolate, really healthy chocolate, is that it goes beyond just the fact that it tastes amazing. Wild orange is the best flavour. What she's tapping into is actually telling people's stories through chocolate, and telling stories through chocolate, which I feel is such a crucial thing. Like I just shared, we all have a story. So if you come a little bit closer, just so you can see it from there. Typically, this is chocolate, but I've already eaten it. So this is just pretend to be surprised for a moment. Each one of these comes with a little quote by someone that Andrea has felt inspired or touched by in the community. No, this just happens to be me. And it says, "Breathe rainbows up through your feet." And I love this idea that we can share humor, connection, inspiration while enjoying our chocolate, because chocolate's always better enjoyed with friends.